This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We hit the polls next to check out turnout during this election day. Good evening and thank you for joining us at SSPTV News. I'm Ken Carroll. Let's uncork today's information from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Today is primary election day in Pennsylvania. The polls opened at 7 a.m. and remain open until 8 p.m. Today's ballots feature local and state contests. We stopped by the borough of Cunningham this morning. Voters there are casting ballots for mayor and council, school board, county council, state judicial races, and more. Republican mayoral candidate Allison Stark-Urechko is the sole candidate. For council, only 2 names appear on the Republican ticket for 3 open seats. There are no Democratic candidates. Greg Brasky, the judge of elections, says that turnout this morning was slow. We asked why.
Probably the fact that it's a local race and there's really not, at least in Cunningham Borough anyway, there's not a lot of real issues, that are hot on people's minds.
Wouldn't you think people would want to vote locally, though? They know the people.
That's just it. I mean, it's the people they're voting for are their neighbors. So, yeah, I see what you mean. I did no explanation.
Well, the polls are open until 8 p.m., so what would you want to say to encourage people to take advantage of their privilege to vote?
Please come out and vote. We're bored. There's more campaign signs outside the polling place than there are voters showing up, so come on out. The weather's beautiful.
On a good day, what would be your turnout?
On a good day, well, we have roughly 1,400 and some registered in the borough, so if we break 50%, we consider that a good day.
What do you expect to hit today?
We'll be lucky if we get 300, 350.
In the city of Hazleton, there is a race on the Democratic ticket for city council. 7 candidates are vying for 3 slots. They are incumbents Jack Mundy and David Sosar, along with candidates Tony Colombo, Jerry Gallagher, Clarence John, Danny Montone, and Nicarol Soto. The 3 Republican candidates are Allison Barletta, John Keegan, and James Perry. Keegan and Perry previously served on council. For Hazleton Area School Board, 7 candidates cross-filed for 4 openings. In West Hazleton, Councilman John Chora is the sole candidate for mayor. In Hazel Township, longtime Supervisor Bill Gallagher is not seeking re-election. Democrat Dennis Dudek and Republican Peter Bard are looking to fill his seat. Meanwhile, Lisa Sugart sat down with one of the people who will be part of tonight's election panel here on SSPTV.
I'm pleased to welcome back to our studios Charles McElwee, who will be one of the people taking part in our SSPTV election night coverage this evening, one of our political analysts. Charles, it's kind of a quiet election day.
Right, so tonight may not have the air of excitement that we felt in November with a presidential election, but certainly the races that we will be reviewing tonight are very consequential, especially when it comes to Greater Hazleton. So there are plenty of races to watch out for tonight, whether it's a school district or the city council race in Hazleton. And the people who are running tonight, the races that aren't uncontested, they will, depending on the outcome, may determine how the government looks, the composition of local government in the near future.
People always pay attention during the presidential years, but this is so important when you are electing the people that are running your community governments. So why aren't they paying attention as much to these elections?
It's a question that remains to be answered. One of the most overused political sayings that is timeless, all politics is local, Tip O'Neill's line. Mm-hmm. And it is true when it comes to something like this tonight. And I guess the question is, will the Trump effect, those record turnout levels that we saw in November, will that have a spillover effect for today? It's a gorgeous spring day in Hazleton. Does that mean will people be more likely to go to the polls? Will the effect of November's election determine the victory of whoever is running tonight? We'll look at that tonight, and only time will tell. But the question is, will we have the turnout we had in November? Very unlikely, but we'll see what happens.
And people are quick to complain about who gets elected. They're always ready to complain. But then you'll say, did you vote? And a lot of times they will say no. So now is their opportunity to have a voice. And the turnout will affect this election one way or another. Either heavy turnout to determine who wins, or the lack of turnout could make other people win.
Right, and where you look at social media, where everybody seems to have a voice, whether, and whichever side they are, they search for information that supports what they already believe. So the question is, if you are a committed online citizen, so-called, on social media, expressing your opinions about what's affecting the area, will you go to the polls? Will you vote and help shape the public policy decisions at the local level that really influence what is being spoken online? And I guess we'll have to see, but hopefully that this is a sacred act of citizenship today. So I encourage everyone to get to the polls, and hopefully the weather will inspire many to do so.
Absolutely. You have no excuse to complain about the weather because it is beautiful. The polls remain open until 8 p.m. this evening. Remember, there are also judicial races. There are also county council races for Luzerne County. A lot of important races, regardless of where you live in our viewing area. Election day is very important, no matter if it's a primary or a general election. So please exercise your privilege and vote today.
And be sure to join the area's most experienced election team, Sam Lassant Sr., Mike DeCosmo, Rick Morelli, Charles McElwee, who you just saw, and State Representative Tara Toohill, with assistance from our media partner, the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Our coverage begins tonight at 7:30 p.m. Also, Sam Lassant will talk live with Congressman Lou Barletta via phone from Washington for the latest on the Russian investigation. Watch us live from anywhere via the Samsung Productions app. Download it today, and as always, you can watch live at SSPTV.com. Whether you're looking for a job or a career, the Penn State Job Fair is the place for you. Tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., you can join employers in the Thomas J. Cassis Gymnasium at Penn State Hazleton. The 6th annual Greater Northeast Job Fair is presented by our media partner, the Hazleton Standard Speaker, and the Republican Herald of Pottsville. Be prepared to give your best first impression, dress professionally, and have your resume ready. If you cannot attend the fair, you can drop off your resume at Penn State tomorrow morning, and they will distribute it. Coming up next on SSP TV News, another outdoor exploring segment with Kent Jackson, and later Lamont White, who played with the Minnesota Vikings, breaks down some film from his playing days and provides me some insight into what it takes to play at the highest level.
A few years ago, I ascended the Bears Head Fire Tower to meet with the lookout who spent the spring there. When I climbed the ladder from 80 feet above the Weiser State Forest in Schuylkill County, I could see green in any direction that I looked. The forests around the tower were interrupted by a few roads and trails. Wind turbines formed a row off in the distance, and farther away still, the mountains looked blue. Foresters have been taking advantage of that vantage point for 90 years since the tower went up. From up there, they can see when forest fires start and report on how the fires move. The state plans to replace 16 of its fire towers this year, but technology provides foresters, land managers, search and rescue teams, and firefighters ways to get that bird's eye view without climbing a tower. Drones are the foremost of the new technologies, and while lawmakers and rulemakers want to prevent people from harassing hunters or wildlife with drones, which are behaviors that are rude to dangerous and I think should be discouraged, I am encouraged by the potential benefits of drones. For crews fighting a forest fire, a drone with a camera can give a real-time view of where the fire is moving, and pictures like that can help the firefighters plan their strategy for extinguishing the fire, decide if communities in the path of the fire need to be evacuated, and protect the firefighters themselves from unexpected changes in the fire's movements. Drones, at less cost than chartered planes or helicopters, can take aerial photos for mapping, land use planning, and other purposes. Foresters, looking at images from drones, can tell when trees have greened and when the fire risk has abated. They can also identify areas where disease has hit, such as gypsy moth infestation or other pests that have killed trees. Aircraft for years have helped put out forest fires by dropping water or other sprays on the flames. Aircraft, however, can also start fires. During a prescribed burn on the Broad Mountain last year in Carbon County, a helicopter released fire bombs the size of ping pong balls. The airdrop of projectiles that some foresters call dragon eggs kindled the fire faster and at less risk of injury than ground crews carrying torches could have done. At the Lehigh Gap Nature Center in Slatington 5 years ago, aircraft dropped seeds and fertilizer to replant hillsides left barren by the pollution from a now idle zinc plant. The airdrop was costly, but it did less damage to the terrain than heavy equipment would have done building the roads necessary to get people up there to plant the hills with shovels and rakes.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
All right, let's all just be quiet for a moment, chill out, and look at the clouds. Everyone relaxed? Very nice. Let's check out our local weather forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 55 degrees. On our 4-day outlook, we can see Wednesday looks mostly sunny with a high of 83. That's awesome. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, low of 63. Much warmer Thursday. 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m. Mostly sunny, high of 86. Thursday night, a slight chance of showers, 20% chance, maybe a thunderstorm, partly cloudy, low of 63. Friday will be mostly sunny with a high of 77. Friday night, partly cloudy, low of 51. Saturday, we're up to 70 degrees with partly sunny skies. And then at night, mostly cloudy, low of 53 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High Food Drive-In, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. We're open weekdays, 3:30 to 8 p.m. Stop by for our ice cream and yogurt. Now featuring fat-free, no sugar-added soft frozen yogurt with flavors like vanilla, strawberry, and strawberries and cream. We also have burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. And like us on Facebook.
We are finally outside. It is a beautiful day here in northeastern Pennsylvania at Edgewood by Sand Springs. We're back with Samantha to actually show you the greens finally.
Thank goodness. We're so happy for some great weather. We have golfers out here. We finally get to get outside, so we're super excited.
Yes, getting some fresh air. And also we can show you where you can have your cocktail hour here if you're a bride, or also the grooms, you know, we can show you the golf course.
Absolutely. So this space is so awesome for cocktail hour, really at any time of the year. It's a nice different location from where you're going to be the rest of the reception. We have a beautiful built-in bar that we just got, some great pub tables out here for mingling as well. Your hors d'oeuvres will be passed out this way too, which is great. So it's a wonderful space that we're so happy to have.
And Edgewood is growing. I know you're booking every day. So if you do have a date in mind for 2017, 2018, even 2019, really get on the ball with at least calling Samantha and getting here to have a tour of the facility.
Absolutely. So availability is obviously booking up really quickly, but for anyone who does have that specific perfect date in mind, I would certainly call as quickly as you can to make sure that you get it locked in.
You know, as we're here at the bridal show today, we're talking about, you know, people just do whatever they want for their wedding now. You don't necessarily have to get married on a Saturday or on a Friday evening either.
Absolutely. So we can do weddings Fridays, Sundays, Thursdays even. You know, you're actually entitled to a discounted rate on an off day. So, you know, whether you do the Friday or the Sunday, you can definitely get a discounted rate on that. And really, you're right. People do whatever they want. Any sort of theme, decorations, any day that they would like to do, we can certainly help and accommodate.
Very good. You have a new building under construction soon?
We do. So our ceremony site, they're actually going to be breaking ground within a few weeks here, and we'll be happy to show everybody the progress on that. It'll be right here, right on site, which is nice, just within a couple of feet of where we're standing here now. So.
Very good. I know we're going to have some weekly updates too on that facility.
Absolutely. We're so excited for it, and all of our brides and grooms are absolutely going to love it.
All right, so make sure you call today. The weather is beautiful, and it's time to come on down and check out Edgewood by Sand Springs.
Thanks, Janine. And meanwhile, construction is almost complete at the lavish new on-site ceremony location at Edgewood by Sand Springs and Drums. Crews are currently working on the landscaping. This new site will offer seating for up to 200 guests with breathtaking views of the mountains, and it will be on the 4th hole of the golf course. Located adjacent to the cocktail patio, this new addition will give couples and their guests the convenience of a ceremony, cocktail hour, and reception site all within feet of one another. Work will be completed by mid-June. Before we break, let's take a look at the green screen. Your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Your pick 2 numbers 8-5, the pick 3 numbers 660, pick 4 6532, and pick 5 38597. In sports, Lamont White, a former NFL player, sits down with me and breaks down some of his old game film.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Did you ever watch a football game with someone and they start making suggestions to try and help out their team, and the only problem is they have no idea what they're talking about? I'm that guy. I needed some help, some football 101. So Lamont White, who played with the Minnesota Vikings, came into the studio with some of his film from when he was at Westchester Community College in New York. White wasn't heavily recruited out of high school, but he shined at the junior college level, and that helped pave his way to the NFL. Before we get to the story with the former pro defensive back and safety, I should mention he has a football conditioning camp coming up this weekend at the Greater Hazleton YWCA. Registration starts at 10 a.m. and the cost is $25. The camp is for ages 10 to 17. West Virginia All-American and Heisman finalist Major Harris will be helping out White at the camp. Now to White helping me learn more about American football. I'm fine with European football. Here's something I could never do. I mean, in this play we just watched, you elevate and you just get higher than the receiver and make the interception. Kind of walk me through it. What do you look for? Is the eye on the ball the whole time?
Yes, I had to keep my eye on the ball, and they had some really talented receivers that went on to West Virginia. So I had some really big-time prospects I had to face, and he was one of the better JUCOs that we faced. And I had to watch the quarterback, watch the wide receiver, so it was really tough.
Lamont, something I noticed about you as I was watching all this film is you were kind of calm. Like, you made that pick, and I even saw a few pick sixes we'll get into, and you were kind of, you kind of just went off to the sideline. Was that always your personality? Or?
Always my personality, even kill, because once you could give up a big play, you be arrogant, cocky, and then walking around. The next thing you get beat on a bomb. So I always stay that way. That's why I try to teach my guys the same way, too.
Stay even keel, no matter what. There's a play here that I don't have on my phone, but I want to show. You kind of, I think the running back breaks free. You come from across the field, and you just ran him down. I mean, it's that, like, staying with plays and just having it. Did you always have that speed, too, to be able to do things like that?
What about me? Like, I try to teach the guys that I train playing in the secondary, you never want to give up on any play. You want to keep hustling to the end. Just keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting. Just don't never give up. That's how I play, and that's how I was teach the kids today.
When I watch my Penn State Nittany Lions and they get down like near the 10-yard line, I almost say to myself as a fan, I'm like, just let them score. Let's get the ball back. Now, you're saying never give up on a play because on defense is your mentality always, they're not scoring here.
Exactly. You got to give up like that. And during the time I was at Westchester, we had one of the better defense in the whole JUCO. I led the whole JUCO in interceptions and picks and everything. And I never gave up on any play. Keep fighting, keep fighting. That's how the coach taught me. Keep on fighting. They'll never give up.
When the call comes in, how do you usually know I'm looking pass or I'm looking run? Do you know, first of all, like, okay, we think they're going to be passing in this situation, and just talk about how play will then break? Like, do you think, okay, I see the running back now, I'm just going to make a play on him?
Well, it comes with a preparation. Okay. Looking at film and listen to your coaches throughout the week. And if the tackle's standing up, you know it's going to be a pass play. So all the little tendencies I'll pick up during the game and just watching film, and I know what the team, going to expect for the team.
Let's talk about what we're looking at right now. This has got to be one of the most exciting plays in football when you block. I don't know, it looks like an extra point here, but still, okay, so an extra point.
That stopped them for the game.
Oh, really? So take me to the situation. Tell me, what's going on?
Well, throughout my whole season, I led the whole JUCOs and block punts. Everything, and that was one of my best attributes about my game. Really getting out there on the edge and trying to make it hard on the kickers, and I really excelled at that. Yeah. It was tied, so I went and came and blocked the extra point, and I think we came back down and scored. I think we did on offense. It was a struggle game. It was a bad weather game, real bad weather.
So in that kind of situation, take me through that, because I'm a huge Penn State fan, and I'm thinking the blocked, field goal against Ohio State this year, very exciting play. What do you do in that kind of situation? You're just thinking elevate, all about timing. You said you were very good at it. So how did you master this?
Well, mine is that I had a 41-inch vertical. I was real good at that. You know what I'm saying? Time, it's about timing.
So how would you do that? You said you kind of worked on the guy who was trying to block you?
Yeah, what I do, a lot of, they don't like, they get relaxed.
Okay.
And when they get relaxed, I see they getting relaxed. So I'm like, okay, I got him. It usually be a big guy. And, you coming from the edge, I was real fast. So, I used to get past him a lot. So I had my guy go inside, and he tried to take the inside, I'll go to the outside. So that play worked a lot, too.
Even in that situation, I mean, that was a creek. I just thought, like, run in the mill. You guys must have been up by, 14. This is for, and you just kind of walked off. You're like, all right, good, let's go score.
Evil kill guy, always.
White for coming in, and remember that he's leading football conditioning this weekend at the Greater Hazelton YWCA. Registration is at 10 a.m. All right, let's see how our Schuylkill League teams did in the Schuylkill League playoffs on our SSPTV Standard Speaker scoreboard. The Tamaqua softball team will play Pine Grove in the championship game on Thursday at 7 p.m. at Patton Field at Blue Mountain High School. Tamaqua scored 6 runs in the 4th inning, and their offense just kept going against Minersville. Jane Kopczynski drove in 2 runs with a triple in that big inning. Marion lost to Blue Mountain in the Schuylkill League baseball playoffs, so now Blue Mountain will face Schuylkill Haven for the championship on Wednesday. The Rail Riders, they beat the Pawtucket Red Sox on Monday, and that's sports for this Tuesday.
Everyone, here's today's Talk of the Town. The Tamaqua Public Library will be hosting a beef and chicken platter sale on Thursday, May 18th from 4 to 6 p.m. Tickets are $10 and tickets must be bought in advance. For more information, please call 570-668-4660. The St. John Byzantine Church will be hosting a rummage sale on May 26th and 27th. The sale runs from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on both Friday and Saturday. Donations for this event will be accepted on May 24th and 25th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. For more information, you can call Jerome at 570-454-1142. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send their sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Eugene J. Buglio, formerly of Hazelton. Memorial will be Sunday at 2 p.m. at the United Methodist Church of Westchester. Arrangements are made by the Delavacci, Riley, Smith, and Boyd Funeral Home. Jeffrey Aaron Stoffer, Archibald. Funeral will be Friday at 9 a.m. at the Harrison Funeral Home. Burial will be at 9:30 at the St. Thomas Aquinas Church. Friends may call Thursday from 5 to 8 p.m. Nancy Ureco, Calairs. Mass will be Friday at 11 a.m. at the Church of All Saints in McAdoo. Burial will be at the St. Mary's Slovak Cemetery. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. Donations can be made to the Hazelton Animal Shelter. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name now on SSPTV News, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner is Andrew Pavlik of Drums. Call now at 570-455-7267, extension 104, to claim your free movie.
Remember to tune in to our election night coverage starting at 7:30 here on SSPTV. Tomorrow on the newscast, we will have coverage from the District 2 track and field meet, plus so much more. I'll see you then, my friends. Take it easy.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.